Hi, my name is Bola Adebisi, and today I want to do a review on my recent trip to South Korea. But before we get there, I have to give you a background. I have had a phobia of Asia forever. Now, don't ask me why, but I think I can trace the reason why. As a teenager, I might have been 13, maybe 12, I can't remember. Back in Africa, I watched a movie about Vietnam. And what had happened in the movie, an American traveled to Vietnam and he was framed that he carried drugs and he never did. But at any rate, he was arrested and put in jail. And in the movie, he lasted a couple of years in the prison. And that was really, really traumatic for me. I did not realize how much it has affected me until, my adult, I got older. But that movie just put a fear of Asian country just generally in me. Now, I know phobia by definition is a fear of something that really is not there. So, but for some reason, that movie really made me just afraid of Asia, and I just really never wanted to go to Asia. So it was a big deal that I am almost 50, and I traveled to South Korea a few weeks ago. And I must tell you, I was pretty anxious. I don't know if afraid was the word, but I was anxious and I was scared too because I didn't know what to expect. But I tell you, when I got to South Korea, I was shocked. I was shocked because of the positive experience that I got, and the phobia was cured, if I might use that. I was pleasantly surprised of how, first of all, just tremendously nice the people are in South Korea. The country is so beautiful. At least I was in Seoul, and it was a very, very pretty city. Very, very clean. They're very advanced in their technology, and just overall, just generally great. So today I just want to talk a little bit about South Korea in general and my experience. So I jotted down some points down here. Now, they don't speak English, especially the older people don't speak English at all. The younger folks, however, the high schoolers, the university students or college students, they speak a little bit of English, and they would go their way out to help you as best as they can. And I would approach them and ask a question, and in a broken English, they would, help me out. Now, Koreans are very private people. I found that out. They will never approach you. Even when we're on the trains, they always kept to themselves. They're very quiet. Oh, one thing I also found out about Koreans, they love their technology. Everybody's head is buried in their phone. I have a picture, which I'm going to put on the screen here, where I was in the subway. In that train, I was the only black person. I wasn't threatened by any means. I was just the only black person there. And it was funny because here we are just really packed in this train, like squished to each other. And I kind of raised my phone up and took a selfie. But nobody noticed. Everybody was their head was buried into their phones. And so, but they're very private people. I would generally, when you approach them, they would take off their headphones and listen to you and talk to you and give you direction. The subways are just fantastic, very, very organized, very detailed. In 2 days or so, I was able to, navigate my way around. Now, if I can navigate my way around in South Korea, trust me, anybody can. I'm not the best with directions, but anytime I was going to any place myself, I would just ask them, hey, I would ask 1,000,000 times just to confirm that I was going to the same place, because a lot of places kind of sound the same with the Korean language. So the one thing also, in America, when you're in a subway, you're going to lose every signal on your phone because you're underneath in a subway. But not in Korea. They're quite advanced with their technology and Wi-Fi and internet. I mean, it was as strong as it is in the subway as it is outside. So that is just amazing. It works flawlessly, even in the subway. So yeah, that was great. The food experience. Now, if you know me, I am very, very, very choosy when it comes to food. That's just by default. I grew up that way. Their food is quite interesting. I love the fact that they eat very healthy. A lot of vegetables, a lot of healthy stuff. I went to the seafood market. Oh, I loved it. fresh food. You buy your fish fresh, and then you can go upstairs where they cook it right in front of you fresh. I loved that experience because I'm a seafood person. I love my fish, and so it was wonderful. I don't do raw fish though. They tried so many times to get me to eat raw fish, and nah, I don't care for raw meat. I'm born and raised African. We kill our animals, and then we boil them, and then we deep fry them just to make sure they're triple killed. Like kill them, cook them, and fry them. That's how we cook in Africa. So to eat anything raw for me. But I tell you one experience that I had when we went to eat. It was a special meal because I was a foreigner, and they wanted to, it was an honor to take me to this very expensive restaurant with this special fish, that they make. And I felt, quite honored. There were 4 of us on the table. They brought this very beautiful bouquet of just different assorted food on this table. And I was really excited to eat this thing. And they brought 4 bowls of water, in a white dish. You can see it in this picture. And, in Africa, when they bring you a bowl of water, it means that you got to wash your hands. I know some cultures around the world, when they bring a bowl of water, it means you wash your hands. So I was excited. I was ready to wash my hand to eat. And I said, wow, this is like, Africa, you get a bowl of water to wash your hands. And they said, oh no, it is not for you to wash your hands. It's for you to dip, or rather, it's for you to put your rice in and eat. I'm like, hold on. The water is for me to put the rice in. They said, yeah. You scoop your rice in and you scoop it out. And this is cold water. This is not warm water. It's cold water. It's not salt water. It's just normal water. It's not sugar water. It's just water. But hey, I'm the guest and I gotta flow with this. So here we are. I'm looking at this water. I'm looking at this perfectly cooked rice. Just sticky rice that I really love, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm here, I'm gonna follow the culture and honor the culture and just try it and see how this will go. So I scooped my rice, 2 spoons of rice from my bowl into the water. And in my mind, I'm just saying, this is not right. I don't know, this doesn't feel right. So scoop back the rice from the water and put this fish on the spoon and add it. And I was chewing this thing and I'm saying, this is just rice and water. This is not right. And I barely just swallowed that one, and then I had to take another scoop. And by the time I took the second spoon, I had to ask my friend, I said, excuse me, do I have to eat this like this? And they said, oh no, you can eat it the way you want. I said, oh, well, yeah, thanks. And I said, no. Then I asked him, I said, why the heck do you put rice in water? He said, oh, it tastes, makes it taste better. It helps reduce, the taste or the smell of the fish or something like that. And I'm thinking, no, it doesn't. And then, it said, oh, it gives you the feeling of soup. I'm like, no, it doesn't. That's water and rice. Why would you take a perfectly good rice and put in water? So, that was not good for me. So I remember on Sunday after church, we were having lunch, and this kid, he must have been maybe 11 years old, I want to guess. And he got a bowl of rice, and he pours water in this rice. Like drinking water, he pours it in this rice. And I asked my friend, why did he just do that? He just poured water in the rice. He said, oh, it's like soup, when you eat it, it's like soup. I said, no, it's not soup. It's water you put in the rice. But anyway, that's just bizarre for me. I guess different cultures, but other than that, fantastic food everywhere. Street food, excellent. I walked down the street and just fantastic. Again, I was walking the area where I stayed in Seoul. I can't remember the name of the area. But street life was very, very exciting. And I was walking on the street. Again, pretty much I was the only black person that I saw on the street in that area. I wasn't threatened at all. I was just different, It was fun for me. I took my camera and I was just walking around with I had this Steadicam thing for my phone, and I had it on the phone, so I was walking around and filming. It was fun, and the people was quite friendly. They wanted to know where I was from. One thing that happened, before I forget, I was on the street somewhere. I don't know exactly where this is in South Korea. It's a big tourist area, and I'm sure when you see the picture, you'd know where it is for those that have been there. I was on the street, and I see this person pointing his camera at me. Two people actually pointing their camera at me and taking pictures. And I'm thinking, okay, I don't know who the heck, why are they taking my pictures? I thought, South Koreans. And my friend, who is a South Korean, said, oh no, those are not South Koreans. Those are Chinese people. For whatever reason, Chinese people are fascinated with black people. Now, I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but they were pointing their camera and like kind of trying to take my picture. And I'm saying, man, dude, just ask me. I'll let you take my picture. You don't have to like steal it. So I motioned to him and I said, hey, come. You want to take my picture? Come take my picture. And I said, why don't you stand with me? Oh, he was so excited. He gave his friend the camera and they were taking my picture. Maybe they think I'm Michael Jordan or something. I don't know. I don't look like Michael. Well, I do look like Michael Jordan with no hair on my head. But yeah, the Chinese people, you get a lot of people stare at you. More of Chinese people staring at you as a black person, more so than the Koreans themselves. Koreans are pretty cool, and South Korea pretty much has a lot of like I said, it has a lot of foreigners there, so it's really not a big deal. But also, I went to one like an hour. We took a train, went inland like an hour from Seoul, and I got some South Koreans just curious about my skin color, and all the people that spoke to me actually just complimented my skin color and said, oh, how, you gotta, their interpretation was like you're beautiful or something like that. And I'm saying, well, thank you, you're beautiful too, so. You see this all over the place in Korea. People, young folks dancing. Well, at least in this area where I stayed, it was close to a university. I think it's called Hongik University. I stayed my train stop was Hongik University, and I exited from gate 7 for those who have been to Korea. But it's a fantastic place. I got this place from Airbnb. You can go online, Airbnb, and just rent a place. And I rented this place. It was pretty cheap too. It was just I think it was $27 or $25 a night. And I didn't want to stay in a hotel. I wanted to stay amongst, the real life, everyday life, and to walk around and to eat the local food. I wanted that experience. And when I travel by myself, I do that a lot. I want to experience the local culture of wherever I go. And that's what I did. And so I saw this bunch of dancers dancing, and I loved the fact I wanted so badly to get pictures of the Koreans wearing masks. They wear masks a lot, a bunch of people wear masks all the time. So I wanted to get so badly a picture of people wearing masks, and I thought I was going to hide and just use my zoom lens and just take a picture of somebody coming from a distance. But I just decided to, just ask, because I love street photography and lifestyle photography. So I just asked them, and they let me take their picture. The place where I stayed, where I rented a room, when I got there, you open a front door. It was a glass door that you open, and then you go in, and then there were two doors. I had a neighbor, this door, and then my door is the next door. But when I came in there, the first thing I saw on this door was this swastika sign. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh. Now remember, I just came from America. And in America, when you see a swastika sign, that's white supremacy or some racial, group in that place. And here I am in South Korea. I don't speak the language. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, white supremacy. I'm in trouble. My neighbors are, white supremacy people. So I remember I thought to myself, maybe I should just call my family and tell them, hey, listen, I'm in this place. If anything happens, this is the address, and my neighbors are like, there's a KKK sign by my door. Honestly, that's what I was thinking. So when we came out, I was escorting my friend back to catch the train, and I asked him, he's Korean, and I asked him, I said, hey, what's that sign? Is this like a white supremacy sign? And he said, oh no, this is this is a sign for Buddhist, is a Buddhist sign. And I went, "Phew, okay, I can handle Buddha. I don't have a problem with Buddha. I can deal with Buddha. KKK, that's a different story altogether." So it was a big relief. I found out that that's actually a Buddhist sign, and it's actually, if you look at it, it's the other way around. So I called my family and I was telling them the story, and my daughter said, "Yes, but I told you that swastika, the Buddhist sign is a swastika sign turned the other way or something." But that was really funny. If you were in my position, coming from America with all the stuff that is going on in America, and landing in a place where you see that sign, you will freak out too. South Korea is a fantastic place, very beautiful. The people are very friendly. The food is awesome. But anyway, that was my experience in South Korea. I loved it. I'm looking forward to going back to South Korea again. And my phobia for Asia is completely gone. I am looking forward to visiting some Asian countries, particularly Vietnam, So, hey, I hope you enjoy this, and I hope it answers questions for some of you. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the videos with this pictures that I'm going to post.